Start video, and now we are live. Ayo. So we're continuing on our series about ranking all the classes. Today we're finally joined by, well, our friend Bradley, and we have a new guest today.
Me.
Kyle, you can introduce yourself.
Brad's
Kyle.
still new. He wasn't here yesterday. He was
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know he
I
wasn't
was
here,
supposed
but
to
he
be.
was supposed to
I just
be.
wasn't.
Brad has failed on his plans, and therefore he does not get an introduction. I am Kyle. Acquaintances of Jay, actually just everyone in this call.
Yeah. Only acquaintances, no more.
Don't worry, we're all
If you
baristas.
think you're friends, we are not friends.
Baristas have no friends.
Baristas have no friends.
Acquaintances is a strong
Are
word.
we baristas? Is that our?
That is our title.
Yeah,
No further information.
Okay, I just have to quickly get chat up on screen.
I should probably stop playing Terraria. Get my ass
Baristas of the
handed to me
highest
right now.
order.
Probably. Oh, no, I do not want to do that.
But then again, shit's fun.
Sit down, Bradley.
Oh, we don't want that.
Did you tell me to settle down or to put it down?
So put it down.
Okay.
Can we do...
I heard settle down. All right.
Settle down, partner.
Settle down there.
Yeah, settle down, you nerd.
We're
Are
talking
you
about
calling us
D&D.
nerds? We are
You
about
have a podcast.
Yeah,
You
We're
have a
nerds.
podcast.
and you're lucky to be on it.
Okay, true.
Let's see.
I'd
what's
like to
up.
point out our
Shout
current
out.
situation and say that we are all nerds.
Live
Yeah,
chat.
that's what I was
I'm
gonna
not
say.
a
We are
nerd,
all
I'm just-
discussing.
no, that's not true.
I'm not a
Some
nerd. I
classes.
just have a podcast and I'm talking about D&D on said podcast.
First of all, I'm the co-host, which means I have half a podcast.
Even worse. You don't even have an entire podcast.
Yeah,
Nerd.
nerd.
But he has more of a podcast.
Jay,
than you.
however, he's not a nerd. He's only, a little different.
Just built different.
He's
Built
special,
different.
Yeah, I'm special cases. Okay.
So when are we gonna start talking
Well,
about this?
we are live now, and I am all set up. So let's open up Discord. Let's open up my notes.
You didn't have Discord open yet? How the fuck
I
you
am
talking to us?
so
no,
ready
the
to
Discord is now
criticize
open,
all
so
of
it's
your
updating.
opinions.
Okay, and we are ready to get started on the Druid subclasses.
Look, if I start
Oh,
throwing hands, then don't be surprised.
So, what are people's initial thoughts on Druids as a whole?
Druids
No.
are sick.
It depends on the type of druid.
I hate playing
Like-
druids, but I like having them in the party.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
There's
They're
certainly
really
an
good at low
interesting
levels and
aspect.
high levels, but not in between.
Yeah,
That
they're
was the
really
thing I
good.
said earlier.
Yeah, they're really strong
Cock.
early. In
That
general.
was a direct quote from D. Bradley.
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago.
35 minutes ago.
Whore.
So the first subclass we got is the Circle of Dreams. If anyone is familiar with this.
Give me a
Hold
sec.
on. I'm pulling it up too.
Okay. I like the Bomb of Summer feature that they have. That's a solid heal that has a nice range to it, and it doesn't cost a spell slot, which is nice. I really like their Hearth and Moonlight, and the Shadow is nice when resting on the go, making it like harder to detect the party. And Hidden Paths is a decent teleport up to 60 feet away. That's pretty much all I have to say about the class.
I think it's a very interesting subclass.
Yeah.
I think
Seeing
it's
as it focuses on short and long rests.
Yeah. And it kind of helps with the party. Does
I do
anyone-
like this one.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a solid C.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a class.
I think it also kind of depends on. I feel like with all fucking classes like this, your DM.
Mhm.
It changes a lot on how you're playing the game.
Oh yeah, how often you're
Hey.
resting?
Yeah.
I do think it is maybe even low B tier because of the pool of healing.
Mhm.
Because that's just always good on a class to be able to
How good is
put
that
out high
healing
numbers.
though? How reliable is that healing?
It's fairly reliable.
So, okay, it's like a healer then. So, I think it's like C. Still, because it doesn't scale very well, and it doesn't really stand out from above any other classes as the healer role.
Yeah, that's true. This is a similar situation with a Celestial
Okay.
Warlock.
Are we thinking it's better than Knowledge Cleric? Is it like Knowledge Cleric level, or is it like Swords and Valor Bard level, or are we talking like Beast Barbarian level in the C tier?
Actually, say it's pretty good. So let's put it in between the bard and the clerics.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Let's ruin
agree.
our perfect Neapolitan.
Okay. And yeah, if you guys want reference as to the list, you can just pull up the live stream, is what I would recommend.
All right.
There it
Because
is.
you can see it live.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see shit for a list, so I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull up on the YouTube channel.
Are we supposed
You'll
to be
get-
keeping this PG, or is what Brad's
Oh,
saying?
I've already
okay?
failed at that, so
Well, obviously.
You failed at a lot of things.
it's true.
Next up for our next class, we got the Circle of Land. Yeah, we're just
It
moving
was-
on.
Yeah, let's move on.
In other news,
Wait, Circle of Land. We're skipping Spores and Stars?
Gabe, or not?
We got Moon, Shepherd, Spores, Stars, then Wildfire.
Oh.
Circle of
you're
Land
doing
is next.
Why does it... Sorry, I'm on the D&D Beyond website, and they always have them listed in non-alphabetical order anymore. For the first ones we did, it was in alphabetical order, but then for, like, Cleric, one of them wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's because they got rid of the circle of the part of the name,
Yeah.
which changes the order.
Yep.
Yeah, that's stupid. They could have put more thought into that.
So could you.
Okay.
it's also D&D Beyond. I fucking hate D&D Beyond. Oh my god.
Agreed.
That's because you don't have any of the stuff bought on it.
Why would you buy anything if you can get it for free?
Yeah, fucking, it's dumb. Animator arrows, shit.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Circle of Land. Yeah. So, what are people's thoughts on it?
Circle.
Very
I'll
Druid-esque.
pull it up.
And also very Ranger-esque.
It's like a little mix.
Or- Like the old Ranger.
Oh, it's got. I like the cantrips that the class gives. It has some solid cantrips that you just gain
Yes.
for free. The
I also
Yeah.
like how it has that it does have the ranger thing of choose a land where you became a
Mhm.
druid, but then it also has like you gain spells based on different ones, and I kind of like that.
Ooh, that is
Yeah. The
and they aren't
spells,
that bad of spells for some of them.
the spells, like for grassland, that's just really good.
Mhm.
Like haste, invisibility, pass without trace, freedom of movement.
And on top of that, with those
But-
bane of spells you get, this class also gets spell slot recovery on short rests.
True.
cool. Mm.
I would say it's not outstanding, but it's better than most of the other ones because of the spell slots.
The circle spells are nice, give good variety, but there aren't really anything stand out about them. There's not like a best option. And then as you get into
Spider
higher
climb.
levels,
With Underdark,
when you
you
start
get
getting
Spider
into
Climb.
yeah, when you start getting to higher levels though, like land stride is really bad, and the high level skills it gets are just flavor text, not super good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking C tier.
This one doesn't scale well, but I would give it high C tier because of the spell slots on a short wrist.
Okay, is it better than Dreams then?
Yes. Anyone else?
I was thinking more like D tier, to be honest. But
I think it's
yeah,
it might be a little bit lower in C tier. I think.
I still think it's C tier because it gives you good spells, and it has some other abilities than that, and there's nothing outright bad about it.
Yeah, throw it. Actually, you know what we should do just to keep this nice? Throw it between the whites and the browns.
Oh yeah, above
Nice.
three.
Put a
Just-
nice green between them.
Yeah, I do think that it's
You
it's
gotta-
worse than Tempest and Knowledge Cleric though.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Circle of Moon.
ooh,
Oh, we all know
oh
that.
boy, oh boy.
Oh,
let
that
me.
is one tasty
let me-
subclass.
I
That's an A tier.
I think it's maybe an S tier. I genuinely think
I'm gonna go
borderline
with
S
S
tier.
tier. I think it's S tier.
S tier.
It is.
The elementals, just as a bonus action to wield a wild shape, that is crazy.
So
Like,
6 challenge
absolutely.
rating at level 20.
I think
And then 1,000 forms.
yeah,
You can
1,000
just use
forms is
alt
good.
yourself at will.
Yeah, so pre-level 6, this class is problematic and game breaking, hands down. It just the fact that you keep your health in between shapes, or like whenever you shift as a bonus action, is stupid. It's just stupid. So I say it's S tier. What do other people think?
I'm agreeing with S tier.
I'm putting
Absolutely.
it bottom of S tier.
Calvin?
What else do we have in S tier?
We have Twilight Cleric and Lore Bard.
Better than Twilight Cleric, worse than Lore Bard.
I would say that lore is worse than Twilight, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would say that Battlesmith is better than
I would
Lore, and,
agree.
we all
Well,
That's why we
I
put
would say,
Battlesmith
okay,
second.
get out of
I
here.
actually
I
think
would say that
Twilight Cleric-
Battlesmith and just
Twilight Cleric is probably the best class we got so far. Lore Bard below that. And then probably
Yeah,
Moon.
Twilight Cleric
I
is,
think Moon goes after lore. That's
put
fair.
it into context, Twilight Cleric was first released as Unearthed Arcana, and then they added features and released it officially.
They didn't nerf it when they. Yeah.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
I think
That's
Wild Shape is probably a pretty broken ability anyway. Like you're shifting into
At high
animal.
levels, it
Yeah.
is. I don't
But-
think at
but
low
also, I
levels.
don't
At
like
low levels
being
it
an
is.
I don't
too.
like being an animal. So
'Cause
I mean,
Yeah.
I would say yeah, it's definitely pretty
Right.
good, but I don't like playing it. So I personally wouldn't put it in an S tier because if it's unfun, it's just kind of
that's the
Mm.
problem.
Well, imagine if you were just a massive guy.
oh
That's
thanks. Let me imagine that.
The problem is this class scales off of the well-shaped scales off of challenge rating, which does
Yeah.
not correspond at all with level. So you got stuff at like level 2 where you can just become a brown bear and get 30 fucking health and double attack. You can just
Yeah.
attack twice with your claw for 2d8 damage with your claws, and then bite for like 1d6 or something like that, and it's ridiculous just how much damage. In fact, you just pull 38 health out of your ass, and you can do that twice.
I feel like
You,
like anything in D&D, in 5th edition, I guess I should say specifically, right now, that's based off of you using challenge rating
Mhm.
is immediately just fucking scuffed. Because
it is.
challenge rating is already scuffed on its own.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's stupid. So yeah, I think like mid.
Did they remove the dislike count and nobody like? I knew they were removing it, but did they already do it?
I don't know. No, nope. It's
Just
still
don't.
there. It's still there for me.
I just
No,
like.
No one disliked us.
The button is, but the count's not.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, look, it's going up.
Well,
I'm like,
Look at him go.
I'm not clicking it.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
I'm gonna
change
like-
that.
Yeah,
So-
we both liked it at the same time.
moving on. We
I
got
like that
Circle of
we
Shepherd.
are the only viewers.
Circle
Just
of
like that.
Shepherd. What do we think of that?
That
I think Shepard.
it's
Totem Warrior, Barbarian as a
it's
druid?
paired very specifically with like 2 spells, which
Mhm.
is
But they're good
Conjure-
spells.
Yeah, they're really good spells.
So I think like A tier. I don't think they're quite S tier, but I think A tier, like
Speak with
most.
Animal is really good.
Let's
Yeah, but and then we talked about this earlier. The 14th ability to cast,
Mhm.
conjure animals as a with a 9th level spell slot. Whenever you just go down, like that's crazy.
It's also very crazy.
Spirit Totem too that you get.
But like, I'd like to bring
Yeah.
up the case of a Velociraptor swarm. That's
No,
funny.
it says you can only cast it at 9th level,
Oh, yeah, I
choosing
know,
the
but-
highest. But yeah, with that spell
But if you
in general.
cast the spell, Velociraptor swarms are just funny.
Yeah.
My only quarrel really with this class is that Mighty Summoner doesn't actually work with a lot of summon spells. Like Summon Giant Insect, and there's a couple others. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I like Giant Insect. That's a fun
Due to
spell.
how like wording is, it doesn't work with a lot of summon spells, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But
Really honed in on the 2 spells. I think it's conjure woodland creatures and
yes,
conjure.
yeah,
I don't know what the other one is. I'm not gonna lie.
I know which one you're talking about. Like Conjure Swarm
Conjure animals.
or Conjure Animals. Okay. What are we thinking for this?
For Shepherd, I think A tier, at least.
Conjure woodland beings.
I would say maybe
Any
A
conjuration
tier.
spell, honestly.
I would say maybe A tier.
Oh.
Yeah, there he goes.
Who do we lose?
Paffy?
Yeah, no,
Gabe.
I'm still here.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think we lost Gabe.
What do
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah.
No idea.
Good idea.
Okay. Good.
Where are you putting it? And
is
I'll,
it-
and I'll and I'll adjust it to you.
Is
Where am I putting it? I
is
can
it
rank it
better
based
or
on
worse than
the fact that
Forge?
Battlemaster should be an S.
Well, I don't like Forge, so it's less than Battlesmith.
Is it better?
Let's
Is it
separate-
better than
let's
I
Forge?
love the
separate-
Forge.
Let's
is it
separate Battlesmith from Forge. Put it in between Forge and Battlesmith.
is it?
Very
I think
separate.
I think it's better than Battlesmith.
What the fuck? What are you just doing this to upset me? 'Cause
I
Battlesmith-
agree.
You agree it's
I
better
think it
than
is better
Battlesmith?
than Battlesmith.
I'm sorry, but Battlesmith isn't the only good class.
Yeah.
It is the
I
only.
don't even think Battlesmith is that good. I
Yeah.
honestly think
Because
that
you're
all
uncreative.
artificers are B and lower.
No.
I
Kind
could
of
actually agree
big
with that.
facts.
I could agree with
No.
that.
I think
The
it's
A-
just
The setting
a
is in
problem with
place.
the class.
The A is good. It's good. Dude, the class sucks. That's why Battlesmith fixes it because it gets rid of all
No,
the
the
problematic
class
stuff
is
like
broken.
casting.
The subclasses suck.
Yeah, no, the casting part of Artificer is the worst part of Artificer, and Battlesmith fixes that.
But does it make it A tier?
It absolutely does. Yeah.
Does it put it on par with Shepherd? Like, because
I don't think
You
it's
can be
Does it
able to
really-
cast a 9th level spell without having access to 9th level spells.
yes.
Well, not
And then, like the
exactly,
Forge
but
domain can
kind of.
also buff up armor and also enchant or items to be magical.
I love the
Artificer's
Forge
just
domain.
broken overall. The subclass Battlesmith is not incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
I'm
So
sorry.
I think Shepherd. I think Shepherd is not as good as Eloquence Bard, but it is a little bit better than Forge Cleric.
I agree with that.
There is still a big gap though in our tier list between Peace and Cleric and Eloquence Bard and Shepherd and Forge Cleric and the rest.
Hmm.
Because I think that there's quite a difference between like those two are definitely high A tier, and then Shepherd and Forge are like mid, and then I think Battlesmith is like a little bit lower in A tier. But I do think it's really good. Battlesmith is still really good. It's just it's going to be better in some campaigns than others.
Mm. Which that's how a lot of classes are. Even Rangers, which are just a generally not wonderful class. Even Rangers in the right campaign and the right game can be wonderful.
Also, before the
that depends,
podcast,
but
I
we're
think
not going on Rangers right now.
Kyle, I think, convinced us that Grave Domain Clerics are C. Like a
Remain
mid C.
unconvinced. No, I remain unconvinced.
I wasn't here for it, but I already agreed with Kyle. I think Grave Domain is higher than D. They're not suboptimal. They are at least.
Tempest
You
is
think
they're
that they're
better than
lower
Tempest.
C? You think that they're like a lower C, below Tempest?
No, but they're lame. They're evil clerics. That's bad.
That's your
And-
opinion.
Evil Claire.
Yes.
They're not evil clerics.
Okay, but they're wearing all black, and I don't like that. So
They're emo clerics.
Grave
evil
Domain.
clerics.
Grave
If
Domain.
you're hearing it wrong the whole time, they're emo clerics.
Oh wait. It was Grave Domain we're arguing, not Death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just saw you like dragging around.
Death
Uh,
Domain.
Death
Yeah,
Domain,
Death
I-
Domain is evil. Grave Domain is not. So I
Yeah.
think it's worse than Tempest. Is it better than Land Druid though?
Like
Is
Grave
it?
Domain, my way of describing it is the cleric when he's not
There we go.
on the clock.
I think it's better than
Like-
Ancestral Guardian, but not better
If he's
than
not, if he's not being watched, then he'll do some weird things.
Land. Okay. I think that's a good place. And not as good as Land Druid, but better than the Ancestral Guardian.
Hmm.
Okay. Moving on. We
Wait, so where do we settle it?
Lower C.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just above Tempest Cleric. That's just a fact.
You think it's above Tempest?
Tempest,
I
like
know Tempest is pretty bad, but is it really?
I'm basing it on Channel Divinity.
That's what you base everything off of. Everything's
I'm gonna
fucking
have to
channel.
disagree with you on the spell list, though. Tempest Cleric has a much
Okay.
better spell list than Grave Domain.
Okay. I'll settle there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Cal.
Circle of Spores
Calvin,
Druid. Circle of
Are we
Spores
just
Druid.
now moving on to spores? Jesus, I thought we passed that like 3 times by now.
No, we have not.
We
Circle of
wrote a
Spores, I
lap.
feel like aren't wonderful. Are they? It's been a little bit since.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to pull it back up.
They have
it's
a pretty good
suboptimal.
spell list, but it's limited. They have a decent spell list, but it's a limited spell list. Not as big as the other ones.
Yeah, I just like blindness/deafness.
Yeah. Symbiotic
And also-
Entity, their class feature, it gives a nice bonus to necrotic damage, which is
Dude, oh,
something.
they have chill touch.
Oh, also
I feel
contagion.
like
That's
the
an instant
Circle of
aid.
Spores druids, or like the lore for them, I guess, not necessarily just the like the spell list is a lot more of like what
Mhm.
first edition druids were, because first edition druids were just keeping that balance of life and death, which I feel is what the fucking spores are. And I might be wrong. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's certainly an interesting one. Like maybe if it resurrected things at higher HP, or if it resurrected in a different way, then it would be cool.
The 4 temporary hit points per druid level, though, every short rest is pretty ridiculous.
Is pretty spicy.
That is
Yeah.
really spicy, though. But the problem is, that would be good if the Halo of Spores wasn't dog shit.
That'd be good, but
It does, like, I think
But-
it's like 1d4 damage to one target in 10 feet around it around.
Yeah, I say we'd maybe
And
put
it deals
this.
necrotic damage, and everything's immune to necrotic damage, or not immune, resistant to
Yeah.
necrotic.
It's a little bit
it's
resistant.
mostly just undead. I feel like
Yeah.
is really what's
Which you're going to encounter a
Which-
lot of that.
You fight so
depending
much
on the
with it.
campaign.
Yeah.
I'd
Which
say
is,
that we put
again-
this in low C
I
or
think-
high D.
High D.
Basically every campaign goes.
I'm thinking low
some
C
sort of-
because it could
Maybe-
actually work as a tankier alternative.
Yeah, maybe bottom of C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus they have chill touch, which is just the best.
Yeah.
best.
Chill touch is fucking
yes.
that chill touch is a good thing to deal with undead.
Not misleading at all.
It's
Like we
below
were
Grave.
talking.
It's definitely below Grave, but is it better than Ancestral Guardian Barbarians?
I don't know if it's better
It's,
than Beast.
it's in between Beast and Ancestral Guardian.
I would agree
Beast.
with that.
Yeah, okay.
It's between them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good. Next up, we
Reasonable.
got the Circle of Stars.
Here's the spiritual one.
It has the really nice star map where it's like you can gaze at the night sky and like find your way or like travel, which is
I
nice.
find this one just really cool in
Yeah,
terms of flavor.
it is. The starry form is pretty good, and the fact it's only a bonus action is really solid.
Things that you can do as bonus action, just I love it.
Yeah, I like being
I
able
think
to.
that's like you don't have to focus on this.
Yeah, like your primary.
Brilliant.
It's like its primary buff, and the fact it's just a bonus action means you can still do something on your turn.
Yeah.
And also, at later levels, you can just be like a dragon that's
Yeah.
glowy and flies.
You get limited flight and
You
speed.
can become a dragon.
And Cosmic Omen is like almost like a mini bardic inspiration, with the only downside being it has to be done before the roll. So I
Yeah.
think this is a solid B.
I would say this is very decent. Like the dragon one is just really cool because you get flight at later levels, and it's very difficult to fail a
Mhm.
concentration check if you have decent saves on Constitution.
I'm thinking this is around the same level.
If you're not
as-
bad.
I'm thinking this is around the same level as Totem Warrior or Creation Bard in B tier.
Totem Warrior is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice flavor though, so I'm actually gonna throw it above light cleric.
Light.
Okay, yeah, I like the flavor. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Is
It's
it
pretty
better than
tasty.
light cleric though? Because light cleric is
Dude,
the
it's-
de facto healer.
I would say we're going all the way to Flavor Town with this one.
We are going
yeah.
to
Yeah.
down.
So actually, throw it above war cleric because those.
Yeah,
No.
put that
No.
above Twilight.
No, it's not above war cleric. Because I think it's like at glamour is when we start hitting really high B tier. And then like your
Yeah,
light
I would
totem
say
warrior creation is
In
mid.
between Glamour and Light,
Okay.
just 'cause being all glowy, kind of cool.
It's pretty poggers.
But that's amazing flavor. This isn't just it has some nice flavor. This is beautiful flavor.
Yeah.
Like the way that I'm basing this flavor is if I saw that in real life, how surprised would I be?
And
It's like, whoa,
it's
that's
a
pretty
really
sick.
solid B, even if you're just looking at strength alone. It's a solid B.
Yeah.
Circle of Wildfire. Well, what were you saying?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about him.
Yeah, my opinions don't matter.
No.
I'm glad you've realized that.
Yes, I'm glad.
Yeah, we're not talking about Battlemaster.
Yeah.
Okay, Circle of Wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wildfire.
It's there.
The Wildfire.
Wildfire, it's a class.
It's an idea. It's a cool
it's
idea.
A spirit, and it has a
I agree.
spirit.
Idea.
For the it's good for the teleport, and it scales well. The enhanced.
You can
It does
cast-
have burning hands.
You can
That is
cast
funny.
from the spirit.
Enhanced bond is decent for your nice amplification of damage.
I'm not seeing Fireball in the spells list, so
Yeah.
immediate D tier.
Yeah, this
Yep.
class though, in terms of it has nice class features, but it's lacking
Oh,
in its
Brad,
spells.
you got to hear my new idea for a wizard subclass.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's
do
called-
tell.
It's called the just fireball wizard.
So that's just a wizard.
Yeah, so it gets rid of your entire spell list.
Sounds like
And you
trash
get-
tier.
You get extra spell slots, and
Sounds like
it's
trash.
all just for fireball.
It's all just for fun.
You just get
only
like
spell-
3
you can cast
9th level
Firebolt
fireballs.
and Fireball. Those are the only spells that you
No,
know.
not even firebolt. Just
Not even Fireball.
No, you
Does
can
Fireball
cast-
become a cantrip?
No.
You can cast Fireball.
No, you get no
and-
cantrips.
You can
No
cast
cantrips.
Fireball, Delayed Fireball, and Meteor Swarm. All in the same
How about
action.
Hailfire?
No, you can't cast any of these. It's not fire based, guys. It's fireball. All right. I'm not saying that you're like a fire based wizard. You're just a wizard who only knows how to cast fireball.
But
That's-
what about Delayed Fireball?
I guess that is fireball.
It's true.
So, Circle of Wildfire Druid. I'm thinking it's.
Oh
C
yeah, I
tier.
forgot about that.
Wait, we're talking about something?
Yeah.
Did you say D tier?
C tier. I'm thinking C.
Yeah.
It's a-
Yeah, throw it at the end there.
I was
It's-
thinking D.
It's a damage
Yeah, looking
variant,
at
but it
the
does
D
a lot.
tier subclasses, I don't think it's better than some of those.
It's better than the Alchemist.
I mean, yeah, I guess it is cool. It does have fire immunity.
Yeah.
Oh, it has fire immunity.
It also has flight,
It also has a
Immunity.
teleport with the.
and you
a
can
good
cast from it.
spirit.
I don't like how we're just saying good things.
So, it's like the Circle Wildfire has a lot of really good class features.
Dude,
its
it-
spell
it's-
list
it
is
is-
just lacking.
It's immune to fire, dude. Though.
Yeah.
Immunity to fire is pretty.
Condition.
That's kind of
immunity.
nice.
Like,
Immunity to being charmed, to being frightened. to
Jay,
being grappled, to being
imagine
prone, to being
just like
restrained.
casting fireball on yourself and not taking any damage.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's C
Cauterizing
tier.
flames is also pretty cool. That's
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I guess
immunity to
we're
fire is
settling
pretty
on D tier, or maybe higher mid C tier.
I think mid C tier.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's better than Tempest, Cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in between Tempest and Knowledge, really separate out all these
Is
clerics.
it? Hold on. Is it better than Knowledge though?
It's not. No.
No.
We don't want any of the cleric subclasses getting any ideas.
No,
of the
they
hand
can't.
threats.
They can't
No.
touch each other. Yeah, the clerics. You gotta separate them with the
Yeah.
They can't touch
They're
each
too
other.
broken. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't communicate.
No.
We can't let
actually-
them like meet each other.
I actually
the
do
world
We
is
not.
can't let them
fucking chaos.
unionize.
I actually do not think it's better than Knowledge Cleric though.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between separate them. part the tides.
That completes the clerics, or not the clerics, the druids.
Druids.
Yeah. So next up we got the fighters.
Every class is a
The
druid.
best class.
Not
Not
the,
really.
best, the best class with the worst subclasses.
What class are we talking about next?
Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, fighter. Fighter.
There's
It's
so
hit or
much to
miss.
read.
There's missed potential.
There's a lot of missed
Yeah, I know.
potential.
Here,
Really?
Brad. Oh, actually, Brad. Ready? Another subclass idea. Okay, ready? Battle medic. Your
Oh my
fighter.
God.
You.
That's a cleric. That's a cleric.
It's not.
I
Tell
heard
me
you.
how the war domain isn't a fighter.
There's been 2 different reactions to that, which is that's a paladin or that's a cleric.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got.
Clerics aren't the only ones that are allowed to heal. How come healing has to be done with magic?
I'm not
There's
saying
not
it
only
is.
The only one's allowed to
Healing
heal.
has to be done with
Wizards
magic,
can
absolutely,
heal,
unless
Druids
it's.
can heal.
Doctors aren't real in Dungeons and Dragons. You dipshit.
Because like whenever you use medicinal, whenever you use like the medicine, do you know what I'm talking about? There's like a
Yeah.
medicine thing that you can use to stabilize players that are at 0 health. That doesn't heal. It's just a congratulations, you're no longer unstable.
Here's what it is. You get extra second wins in the form of like stim shots, and you can dish those out.
Okay, are we gonna
Boom.
move on to
Heals
Arcane
matter.
Archer?
The arcane archer is quite bad.
Yeah, disappointing.
It's disappointing, although it
Low
does have a lot of
detail.
options.
Low
It's like Battlemaster, but ranged, and also a lot more disappointing.
It's like Battlemaster, but not Battlemaster at all because
The
Battlemaster's fucking
arcane
sick nasty.
shots are okay,
Battlemaster.
but half casters are nowhere never as good as full casters. The class requires a lot of stats to work. The magic bow is just useless, and
Master.
curving shot is really bad.
Hmm.
The Arcane Archer
this
is
one
my
F tier.
caster.
I don't like Arcane Archer.
Yeah,
I don't either.
I think it's worse
It
than
could
the
be better.
Wild Soul Barbarian.
It's a good idea for a ranger.
Like, I like it because it gives you the option of having, like, bows and crossbows.
Yeah.
But we really just need more of that, and this isn't fulfilling all of the needs.
And this isn't that.
Yeah, this is not.
Like, it is that, but it's just... A lot of these things should just be more... There should be a ranged
Yeah.
subclass on it. Not a
'Cause
subclass,
I
a
would
class.
rather just take a normal
It's called
fighter
Ranger.
and take like ranged weapon
Rangers are
fighting.
not...
Like,
Rangers
Yeah.
are not ranged, necessarily. Like, they have
Yeah.
a D10 hit die. Come on.
yeah.
I know they're not ranged.
Come on.
That's the problem with Ranger, because everyone swears up and down that you can use Ranger with a sword, even though all their spells are like arrow based.
Nah.
No, they're not.
What's that one where you put the arrows in the ground and it becomes a trap?
Arrows
That
in
is
the
that
ground.
that's an interesting one,
That's a
but
nasty-
is
no, it's
kind of
good.
weird to use.
It's
So,
good.
Arcane
But that's like
Archer.
the whole thing. If
Or
you're in
fun.
like an adventure, like a super nitty gritty campaign, then
We're going to be
Ranger
talking
becomes a
about
good
the
class.
Ranger later. But
I
as for
know.
the Arcane Archer, I'm saying bottom of D tier, below the Wild Soul
We're
Barbarian.
just really passionate
They are
about
bottoms.
D&D.
That is true.
Certified bottom.
Anybody that does Arcane Archer, immediate bottom. It's
Okay.
unavoidable.
Then I guess that's pretty solved. Moving on is the Battle Master.
Ah,
Wait,
the Battle Master.
no it isn't. It's the banneret.
Shut up, Kyle.
Combat superiority is very nice. It scales
okay.
very well.
It's fine.
And in combat, like being able to knock someone prone or stuff like that, just the options and the utility that combat maneuvers brings are nice.
Hmm.
It actually makes martial combat viable with the extra mobility as well from the maneuvers, and it just makes it more interesting and whole. So I think it's a solid class.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are just saying it's 4th edition, like Gabe has said earlier. But I like the way that they did combat with the Battlemaster because like somebody new to the game isn't overwhelmed with options, but if you
Mhm.
want to know more, then you can go into Battlemaster.
But
Hmm.
know your enemy is useless. That skill
Yeah.
is useless.
Like, you either need that in mid combat or never.
Well,
and it
we
takes a minute.
we can't make them too powerful.
I'm thinking that this is better than the Armorer, but below Creation Bard in B tier.
I think this
That's
needs a
probably
whole
fair.
nother class I mean, a whole nother ranking just called Battle Master, and we can put that.
No, this is the
Top of
top.
tier.
This is Battlemaster's the top of C tier.
Top of C.
Excuse you?
I wouldn't say it's C. I'd say it's B.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'd
you-
say it's
no,
B as
I
well.
think it's better than Armor or Zealot. Or
But
Trickery
The
Cleric
thing is,
too.
it's only good because the fighter just has a well-rounded combat
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
anyway.
Yeah.
It
So-
being good only because of something doesn't mean anything because it's still good. If it's only
Yeah.
good because of something, well, shit, it's good.
And it's
Calvin-
super situational.
Yeah,
It doesn't work if you're
it's
fighting a horde of zombies
situational.
because you're
Yes, it's situation, but it really excels in combat, meaning
Yeah,
that it is
I think
good.
high C tier.
In your own words, it's more class in your class.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's my favorite fighter subclass, but it's the top of C
it's
tier.
not. It's not the
I
best
just
fighter
straight
though.
up disagree.
It is not
I
the
love
best
fighter.
fighter, but it is.
It's not
a
the
good
best fighter. What is wrong with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
the Echo Knight and the Rune Knight are better.
Yeah.
The Rune Knight is
Yeah,
pretty.
because you're an
great.
arcane simp.
No, Echo
Okay,
Knight isn't
so-
even arcane. Echo
It's
Knight.
not?
No, it's not.
No.
Rune Knight is. I
The
don't know.
the Echo Knight is absurdly good, and yeah, the Rune Knight
Huh.
is also just good because it's basically a fighter with spell slots. Sorry. I think
But it's got other good things about it too, like the oh god, what is it? How weapons work in 5th edition.
Mhm,
How damage isn't based off of the thing holding the weapon, but
mhm.
it's the weapon itself.
It's
So
flavor-
with Rune Knight making
flavor
yourself
AF.
bigger or smaller or
Rune Knight
whatever, so
is really soon. We're talking about that really soon though, so we'll save it for that.
Okay,
Sure,
yeah, we'll
sure.
save it, we'll
But
save
I
Right.
definitely think Battlemaster is a little bit better than the Artificer Armorer. But
I agree.
but it's not as good as the Creation Bard or the Totem Warrior. Because I think the
I
Totem
agree with that.
Warrior is still much better just in combat.
I don't know why, but in my mind, I think it's just really hard to compare the Battle Master to something else because it's just its whole new thing.
I think you
yeah,
definitely
it's
can.
it is new. It's different combat.
Yeah, it's
It
different
treats combat very
But
differently.
how much
which I think's a good
value
thing.
does it bring? How much value does that new combat actually bring to the battlefield? Because some
I
of the
think a
maneuvers
decent
are
bit.
nice. Yeah,
A decent,
I
yeah, a
think it-
decent
and that's
amount,
why it's
like
B
bait
tier.
and switch, lunging attack.
It's okay because you only get a couple maneuvers though, and you don't know
What do you mean?
what's going.
There's
Yeah,
like
like, you-
7 different maneuvers you can choose from.
No, you pick a couple.
Okay, then there's also the
more
feat
than
that
7
gives you one.
maneuvers,
Oh well, yeah,
and you can choose 3.
yeah.
And
then
But
that
if you
scales
get
up
too
level.
many, then that would be broken. If
That-
you're
that
given like
scales. It
And
does
then at
scale.
like 15th level, you know, like 7, not
Yeah.
7, like 9.
Yeah, so it scales very well with level.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I think I'm good with where it is.
Same.
I agree.
A lot of sick, nasty things happening there. Depends on what you want to do with it.
Yeah, our mid B tier is a little bit of a clusterfuck right now.
Yeah, it's really hard to decide on this. Are we gonna do Banneret?
No, because I don't think that was released in official content.
But
Kind of
It's
like
not.
so like there's also the there's the Magic the Gathering classes like the Vampire or the Cartomancer that we're not going to be covering because that's not official content either. It's published by Wizards, but it's like an alternative universe kind of thing.
okay.
Banneret is Swords Coast.
Yeah, it's Sword Coast Adventure Guide.
I thought, is that not the Cavalier? Oh no, the Purple Dragon Knight is Swords Coast.
What is a purple? Okay, I'm not gonna ask.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, the Purple
I-
Dragon Knight. Because Banneret
Okay,
isn't
so-
on this, but the Purple Dragon Knight is on this class list.
Okay,
It's
just go to Wikidot.
it might
Okay.
be the Purple Dragon Knight because Purple Dragon Knight is Swords Coast.
Okay,
Well, next up
Well-
we got Cavalier.
interesting.
Yeah, I think that this class is a little bit underwhelming. The improved crit
Yeah.
is good when you get bonus dice, and that's just about it. But this class doesn't give you bonus dice. or like a whole lot of dice when you attack. It only gets critical hit at level 3, which is where you can crit on a set 19 or 20, which is whatever.
Mhm.
Level 7 is a worst jack of all trades feature. Oh no, never mind. I'm looking at champion. Never mind, Cavalier. You're probably all confused.
Yeah, I was thinking like.
I was a little confused with the crit
Yeah.
bit there.
No, never mind. Okay, so Cavalier, strength of class, has nothing to do with mounted combat. But this class, nothing to do with mounted combat in general. This whole class is mounted combat, but the class has nothing to do with mounted combat. So I think it's
Yeah, but I
lackluster.
feel like there isn't much options. There aren't many options when you're looking for mounted combat.
They could have given
But
you
like,
a horse.
I just don't like it.
They could have given you a horse companion. But it's like when you got abilities like being able to fall off your horse and land on your feet, it's like, really? I'd say in bottom of D tier.
Wouldn't that be weird though if you level up and suddenly you have a horse?
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's what you do with fucking That's what you do with the.
That's
Oh
with
my god, what's the
Paladin, but that's
ranger
just-
class?
Mm-hmm.
Drake Warden?
No, not Drake
Other
Warden,
one?
the other one.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster, thank you.
Yeah.
You just like, Beast
You
friend.
just call it out of the woods. It just walks
Yeah.
from a grove of trees nearby.
A Chad Paladin and create one.
So, I
Nobody
think,
likes paladins, Kyle. Fuck off.
I think the
Paladins are
Cavalier.
kind of awesome just because you're AC.
I think that the Cavalier is below the Arcane Archer.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of I wouldn't say it's trash.
It's.
I
I
would
think
act-
it's the worst. I think
The
it,
18th
no,
level
it's not the
ability is something that you should get at lower level.
worst. Yeah.
It is very powerful considering that you control all of the action economy,
Become one with action
I
economy.
guess.
but I feel like that should be
Yeah.
more of a core feature.
In
and
18th
with
level
18th
control,
level-
all the action economy is when your sorcerer gets the 9th level spell Time Stop at 17th level, and now they're taking turns on top of turns.
That's not that powerful of a spell unless you're just healing yourself to fall.
What, Time Stop?
Yeah.
No, I think Time Stop is absurd.
But like you can't if you touch another creature then it ends.
Doesn't it?
Does a tree, not a tree, does a plant count as a creature?
Perhaps.
I don't think
So
so.
does grass.
No,
No,
Uh,
I would
maybe
say a
not.
creature
And if
means
grass
about-
doesn't,
Well, we can look at this spell.
but
I don't-
if grass
Yeah.
doesn't, then does
well,
that
hold
mean
on. Let's look this
that the
up.
plant creature type is unaffected?
D&D Time Stop.
Oh, it has to be a creature.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a creature. All right.
You understand?
Hmm.
So it's not
Correct, I mean,
fucking grass. It's a creature.
What is the difference between grass and the creature type of plant?
Well, one of them is grass. The other one's the creature type
Oh,
of plant.
yeah, Time
Well-
Stop ends. Oh,
Yeah, time stop is not as broken as it's thought to be, and it's not that
Yeah.
great.
never mind.
like,
Yeah, that's not that good.
If you cast delayed fireball, that's like the only thing you can really set up there. And if you're a sorcerer, then you already got quicken spell. Like what the heck?
Fair enough.
I would say maybe sentience, Brad.
Okay, moving
But
on.
not are all plants.
Moving
Okay.
on to the champion.
Beyond what classifies something as creature.
How talking about the champion class.
Champions are interesting.
Champions are good, and
Are
at high
they?
level, they're doing a lot of damage.
That's also high level. This is the class.
Well, yeah,
The improved crit is not that good.
but it
Yeah.
is though.
But Kyle, let's talk about let's talk about the campaign that we're in. I don't think Kristen's ever rolled a 19 to crit yet, has
That's
she?
just well, you're doubling your chance to crit, and you're also playing a class that attacks the most.
But still, she has never crit on a 19 yet.
That
Still,
is true.
and it's been a good 6 sessions. I
So
swear to
they've
God.
only used so they have yet to use their level 2 feature.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's boiled down to luck as well.
It's and
Honestly.
then
Actually, she used it once.
no, a level 3. Okay. That and
But
you
even
can't
still,
multi-class with
like-
that because
Yeah.
you have to go 3 levels fighter just to get that feature. So that sucks.
This is more
Dude.
class in your class, but in the bad way.
First
Yeah.
two levels of fighter give you second wind and action surge, so you can multi-class with that. You just take 3 levels.
That's yeah, but going for that, going 3 levels in a fighter is a big commitment if you just want that. So it doesn't work as a multi-class option.
Well,
Yeah.
At level
Every-
7 is a worse jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And it only applies to your strength, dex, and constitution checks. I think the champion is ass.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not great.
It's better than
Yeah.
Cavalier. Maybe
I
not
think
as
on
good
paper-
as Arcane Archer.
On paper, it sounds good, but
It dishes
in
out
use,
damage.
Yeah.
but does it?
Yeah.
Not really, which is the main concern. When you have
Yeah.
It's
when
like
you have
it doubles.
the grave.
It's like yeah,
When you
it's
have-
like it doubles your crit chance. But when you actually calculate your damage per round, it's like it's a rounding error. Is the amount
Yeah.
that it adds. So I'm thinking that this is better than Cavalier, but worse than Arcane Archer.
Probably, yeah. Well, would it really be better than Cavalier?
Cavalier doesn't give you anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some math here, cause I want to see a thing.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, because the
Doing math.
Cavalier doesn't do anything really. Arcane Archer at least does.
Yeah,
So-
it's 100% worse than the Arcane Archer, but is it better than? I don't know.
I think giving the improved crit is still better than the mounted combat.
Probably.
So yeah, Paffy, what are your thoughts on this?
Champion. I think it's not bad.
Okay.
If you're gonna be fighter anyway, your subclass isn't that important. So just doubling your chance to crit's pretty good.
But there's
Okay.
It
So
doubles your
much
chance
better
to crit,
options.
but
On-
it doesn't actually add to your damage.
on
Yeah, DM's a jackass.
on a turn, when you make 4 attacks with extra attack and action surge, you have a 34% chance to land a crit.
Wow, you have a 34% chance to crit when you expend all of your class's resources in one turn.
Yeah.
One resource, and that's at low level, which
So,
I agree is not great when you have stuff like the grave domain, which doubles all the damage no matter what.
is this better than the Arcane Archer's versatility of arrows?
Ye- I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't care about the Arcane Archer.
It's somewhere
you.
around the Arcane Archer.
I have it
and
right
maybe
below
better,
it.
I think it's right above
maybe
it.
the same. I don't.
I think it is.
Champions at high level do dumb amounts of damage, and that's just a fact. I would put it above Arcane Archer.
You know what? Yeah, fair. Because maybe at higher levels, much higher levels, you do damage.
Okay, well I'm gonna do a quick calculation.
While you're doing that, we're going to move on to my favorite knight, or my favorite warrior, the Echo Knight.
I love Echo Knights.
They are they are broken in a beautiful way.
So
Especially with the Sentinel feat.
I'm gonna tell a short story about Echo Knights, which Kyle was there for it as
I
he
was
DM'd the
in
whole
fact
situation.
DMing a one shot,
Yep.
and
So
I hate him.
I was playing an Echo Knight, and it wasn't even like specifically like the best thing it could have been at all. It was.
Mhm.
It wasn't min-maxed at all. It was I was a Kenku Echo Knight, so automatically it's not going to be the best thing ever. But with all the hitting shit, if you're fighting skeletons just as a whole, anything that has vulnerability to bludgeoning damage, holy shit, like I was playing again. Was playing an Echo Knight. Had a flail was my weapon,
Mhm.
and in one turn, not one turn. Yeah, in one turn, in my turn, I destroyed a
Minotaur skeleton.
Minotaur skeleton. In just one turn, it was dead.
He was like level 6 or 5, I forget.
No, I was
Probably-
level 3.
Oh, you were level 3?
I was level
So
3.
with the Echo Knight, I think it gets ridiculous. The fact that you can just summon an Echo Knight that can, an Echo yourself that can fly within 30 feet of you, and then
It can
as a
fly.
bonus action, and then you can teleport to it or exchange places with it as a free action. So you combine
Yeah.
that with the Sentinel feat, and you have just locked combat, and nothing can get away from you.
Yeah.
You can combat lock a large creature with a polearm using just your Echo Knight. It's like, okay, he tries to kill the Echo Knight. Okay. You just summon it up again, and they still can't move because they try to move away from the Echo Knight, hits him with the polearm, and it's like, okay, haha, you can't move now. So whether he goes, if he tries running for you, opportunity attack with the Echo Knight, or with the Echo. They can't lose all its movement. It kills the Echo Knight. Okay, cool. The Echo Knight comes back, and it
Another
tries
one.
to move away. It can't.
Oh, you killed the Echo Knight, except you didn't, dumbass.
No, and it's just, you can play this game with cat and mouse with monsters that prolongs combat, but they can't do anything.
It's a big boy in a one-on-one or small encounters.
And you don't even have to see. You don't have to see at all where, like, the Echo is. You could just place it. I don't think it
Yeah.
has to be in sight.
Also, after doing some calculations at
Fuck you.
max level in Champion Fighter, you have a 72% chance to crit on a turn
Oh, wow.
with Action Surge.
So I'm thinking Echo Knight. Is it top of A tier?
I would probably think so.
Like, better than Eloquence,
it's
Bard, and
top of
Peace
B tier.
Domain? Top of B.
I don't think it's like it is very powerful. It is not.
I hate the Echo Knight flavor. Bad
Yeah.
fighter. Doesn't feel like a fighter anymore.
It doesn't
I
feel
don't
like a
What if
fighter.
it was just Simulacrum?
But a free teleport.
Yeah, let me-
Yeah, okay,
It's
it has
so
shitty flavor, but
simple.
oh my god, that shit is broken.
It is
Like
broken.
gameplay,
Yeah, kind of.
it is easily one of the most
The only
powerful
reason it is
fucking-
not in God tier is because it is a fighter.
Yeah, magic against an Echo Knight is not gonna last very long.
Like what? Like a magic user against an Echo Knight?
Yeah,
I don't think it's even fair for the magic user.
No.
but like
He can move, summon an Echo Knight, immediately free teleport up to you, and then just start wailing on you. And
But,
it
like,
doesn't even
if you
use
Talk
the
have-
about
action
action
yet.
economy, it just adds
Too
another
much.
you,
Yeah,
and then eventually you get two of them. With the army of one,
yeah.
you get two Echo Knights.
It is
like-
so dumb.
It's crazy.
yeah, I did kind of broken. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of is an understatement. It's
It is. It's
It's top of A
where
tier,
would
I
this
think.
go?
I think
Yeah, I guess so.
I would agree with that.
it's, I don't know if it's better than, it's really close with Eloquence and Bard and Peace Cleric, because both of those are almost game breaking.
hmm
So I don't know. I think I like it where it is.
I'd also like to bring up the case of the Peace Cleric, which is basically just giving you Bless, but for free, and then you can cast Bless on top of that. That's broken. I just want to say that.
you
Bless
bless and then you
AoE.
bless again.
It is Bless AoE.
No, bless is one target, isn't it?
Yeah, and Peace
Three.
Cleric is AoE. Okay, yeah. Then
Is it
never
3
mind.
targets?
Oh,
Bless is 3 targets,
Oh shit! All right.
okay. Then
and then and then that's just 2d4 to literally like all attack rolls, and that's just kind of fun.
Because you know.
Peace Cleric is absurd as well, but
Okay.
Most
next-
clerics are.
We have the Eldritch Knight.
Eldritch Knight is not wonderful.
It's not wonderful, but I do like it to
It
some
has
extent.
extra attack.
It does have that.
Oh, it's not extra attack itself, but it's called Unleash Incarnations, and it gives you extra attacks, but it is limited. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. No, I'm looking at the Echo Knight. Never mind, because the Echo Knight has Unleashed Incarnations, which is extra attack basically, but that's limited. Eldritch Knight does have extra spells and has a good spell list.
I personally feel like if you're trying to go down this way of like, yeah, I'm out there, I'm out fighting, but I'm also casting spells out in the front.
Mhm.
I feel like if you want to do that, Eldritch Knight is one of the worst ways of doing it. I think the better way to
Mhm.
do it would be with
Start
War
as a
Magic
caster.
Wizards,
Start as a caster.
or yeah, starting
Martial
off with a
classes,
caster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could even go like the Blade Singing Wizard, and whenever you make an attack, you can use a cantrip.
Oh yeah, because
On
the
the same
Blade Singer
turn,
gets
extra
extra attack. The
Yeah,
Blade Singer is
it's
solid.
you can choose to cast a cantrip during the attack
The-
action, which is also just great,
the
and
only
it's this
issue-
but better.
The only issue with Blade Singer is that you have to go into like a lot of feats. You have to spec heavily into Constitution, and you generally have to get spell lists like Shield and stuff like that. Because
Yeah, Blade Singers are not
you're-
great, but
you're
they may
only
be
a
better than
D4.
this.
You only have a D4. In hit
of
dice.
health. Fuck you.
War Magic is pretty decent.
A D4 of
but
hit
there
dice,
is the
huh?
better. Yeah, Wizard. Oh
Is
no, it's a D6.
It's a D6. Excuse me.
Yeah, D6. Okay.
A
D4 hit dice.
It's like
Yeah,
4.
you
but-
literally sneeze and you
D4
die.
hit die with 6 Constitution,
Oh jeez.
straight up 2 HP whole game.
But yeah, the Eldritch Knight's big limitations. Partial casters are never as good as a real caster. The weapon bond
Yeah.
isn't good. Eldritch Smite is too limited for a level 10 feature. I'm thinking this is bottom of C tier.
Bottom C tier. All right.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how bad fighter subclasses are. It's a great class, and like Battlemaster, well, they're not bad, but they're not.
With fighters,
It's a good class, but just bad
Yeah,
subclasses.
the
Like-
class is good.
Like seeing as wizards
Hey, you
get
know, be a
literally
really good
wish
fighter
at level
subclass.
17. Like, just give martial classes something cool.
Wish isn't that good.
But you
But
can do. You can
depending
literally
on your
do
DM.
anything with it, and also you can create a clone of yourself in a single action
You can just
with
go
no
yo.
repercussions.
Just yo, buddy. How you doing?
Just simulacrum.
A ninth
One
level spell
action.
slot. That's the repercussion.
Put like long rest once per day.
Yeah.
You create an
Yeah.
army. Come on, dude.
Come on.
Okay, Sky Warrior.
Yeah, the Psy Knight.
Let's admit it. Psionics are pretty cool. Screw the
God.
Mystic.
The Mystic
Mystics.
is no longer a class.
We
I
don't
know.
talk about the
I'm
Mystic.
happy about that.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
That's a
I- 30
days of a
pages too
bygone
much.
era.
Psionic power is really good, and it gives a lot of versatility in combat. At
Yep.
level 7, you do get flight, which is very limited, but this does require you to spec heavily into intelligence for this class.
Hmm.
Find that acceptable.
I'm finding this like C tier.
I disagree. Maybe I don't.
Not like low
I-
C, not like a low C, but
Yeah, I would say this is mid low
This is.
C.
I would agree with that. This is.
above grave, below land.
Yeah, just throw it between Swords and Valor now that we're breaking everything up.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, this is not anywhere near high C.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. There's
Like,
not
so
much to
it's-
say about that except
Moving on.
I like
It's-
psionics.
It's above grave and below land.
I like psionics, and even this is a little
Yeah.
like it's spellcasting, but not, and it's like
Is this what we decided Droopy is? Is that what Droopy is?
yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
He's a side knight.
it's useful.
Oh,
I really like it. This is sounding in a really bad tone, but don't misread that. I like it.
next we have
You always sound
we have a very
sarcastic.
fun class. the Purple Dragon Knight.
That's not a thing. I'm not paying.
I don't know
attention.
what you're talking
It
about.
is.
Like I genuinely have
Like,
no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
I'll pull it up on
I'm with
stream.
Brad on this one.
Purple Dragon.
You can sure
Knight.
try to do that.
Purple
I
Dragon
can-
Knight right here. Forgotten Realms Wikipedia.
Why
Purple
would you
Dragon
add-
Knights were efficient warriors of the Corpsman. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that is Purple Dragon Knight fighter. Yeah, it's the banneret.
Oh, it's just a banneret?
I think so.
Why is it called the Purple Dragon Knight?
Fighter marshals.
Oh yeah, it is just a banneret.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'd never heard the
It-
term. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the fighter banneret.
So
It's the Purple Dragon Knight.
All right.
okay, yeah. So I think it is official content, and banneret is just saying that without being stupid.
Yeah,
Without being cringe.
because Trent Monk's discussion, he had it as Purple Dragon Knight, and this website has it as Purple Dragon Knight, and so,
Well, yeah, but that website ain't shit. So
yeah. But so what do? It's a really bad class, I think.
this
As
is
is
this is
everything
honestly
else.
the closest to Calvin's battle medic.
That is so true.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like rally and cry.
Rally and Cry is not great at all. But it's not horrible. And that's about the only good thing about this class.
Like the problem with fighter is it's really hard to make a subclass for it because it's just so generic.
It's not generic enough is the problem.
What?
It did some interesting things.
No, but like it's so generic. It's just like yeah, you can attack
Okay,
multiple
scrap all
times.
these subclasses. You can keep Battle Master because that's fine.
So,
Okay.
is
So
it
make it more
Inspiring
generic.
Surge? What does Inspiring Surge do again?
When you use your action search. Okay, when you use your action search feature, you can choose one creature within 60 feet of you that is allied with you. That creature can make one melee or ranged attack with its reaction, provided that it can see or hear you.
And
I
that's
like
a
that.
10th level feature.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That is useful.
It's useful.
But for 10th level, it's like,
You can only use it when you action surge.
Hold-
I like it, but like it's just a fighter thing where it's like I don't know.
It kind of dirtles on the battlefield
What this
doing
is.
base fighter stuff.
Like I don't. The problem with fighters is that they're just like a martial class. They're the martial class.
they're just a martial class. That's where
So,
that's where your statement ends.
I
It's a
think-
martial class.
It's just a martial class, and that's it. And if you try to add anything to that, then it adds in weirdly.
I think
Yeah.
that this is worse than Arcane Archer, but better than Cavalier.
It's like wouldn't every fighter have training in like battle master techniques and cavalier skills and champion things? But it's like no, it doesn't.
So,
And
are we
I've
good?
realized that I just all of a sudden don't like fighters all that much.
Yeah, unless it's an Echo Knight.
Echo Knight's kind of crazy.
It's okay,
Also, Rune
Rune
Knights.
Knight.
I love Rune
Oh,
Knights.
So I'm thinking Purple Dragon Knight is below Arcane Archer, but better than Cavalier.
Okay, now we're moving on to the good one.
Rune Knight! Woo!
Rune Knights.
Spellcasters, but like not spellcasters, and maybe
The
also
runic
better.
carving, or the rune carver.
Yeah, see, this is the problem with Wizards of the Coast. The only way they can find out to make martial classes interesting is to make them half casters.
This isn't really
Well,
a
this isn't a
half-caster. No, it's
caster.
not.
It's just magic abilities, and
just
I love
has
the magic
magic.
abilities.
Okay, well, it still has magic. I don't want my character to have magic.
Giant's Might is really good.
Calvin, we know your opinion on magic. We don't.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that I don't like magic characters, but like if I build a character that's like just a regular fighter, and then I reach level 3 and all of a sudden he can do magic now, what's up with that?
Well,
It's
Like-
bad for role playing. They don't keep role playing in mind with
That's
when
that's
making-
similar. That's similar to how paladins work with like their oath at level 3, where it's like you were just a paladin, a good guy before that, and then you were like, ooh, I'm gonna kill some people.
Then you
I'm
go,
thinking Rune Knight, the Giant Smite is really nice. Runic Shield is really good too.
Rune Carver,
Yeah,
that's tasty. Cloud
just-
runes, I love that.
there's a
That's
lot
just
of cool
brilliant.
builds you can do with the Rune Knight too.
Cloud runes, if somebody crits on one of your allies, you can just send that right back at some other guy.
you can just go, no.
I'm thinking that this is like B tier, maybe right underneath Light Cleric. Right above Totem
Yeah.
Warrior, right below
I would
Light.
put this above Zealot, because Zealot is cool, but this is
It's
just
better
has
than
some better
Armorer.
features.
It's better than Armor, it's better than Battle Master. And it's does more in combat than the Totem Warrior does.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah.
And also, Runic Juggernaut, level 18. I know it's really high level, but like you can become huge, and I find that funny.
Yeah.
Like enlarge, reduce, just becoming gargantuan.
Becoming gargantuan.
That's great. And also the bonus range you can get with this class on your attacks.
Oh yeah, but that's 18th level. Just
Yeah.
play a bugbear. Come on, dude.
So, yeah, I'm thinking it's the second best fighter.
Also, I find the great stature thing just to be funny because you get really tall.
And then
Like it's like moreover you get extra damage, but they specifically say that you're tall now.
the last
Tall man.
subclass for this is the Samurai. I don't think anyone wants to talk about this class.
Samurais are boring.
Yeah, they're so boring. Unless you're going with like the level dip to always have combat advantage as a rogue.
Yeah.
I think that's about all that they bring to the table.
Yeah.
It has good action economy, but it's very clunky in how it plays.
True.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is maybe right above Arcane. It's probably better than Champion. Is it better than Champion?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. It's not. It's hurt brain.
At least it
Big.
gives
No.
stuff. It gives stuff.
Yeah,
But not
like it
great
does make it
stuff.
a higher chance to crit with advantage,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that high of a chance to crit.
Mm-hmm. So what are your
And
guys thinking
I mean,
of this?
you can only do that 3 times. More crit is just a permanent thing.
How good is more
I
crit
think it's
too?
I think it's just below champion, like guaranteed.
I think I think the Samurai, why I think it's better than Champion, is because Champion really starts to excel later in the game, while Samurai is a little bit more relevant earlier in the game.
Maybe.
18th level feature. That's action economy right there.
Mm-hmm.
But also 18th level.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could settle right below Champion, because Champion also does at least give some crit. Samurai's just lackluster on how it feels. Like, it plays
Yeah.
really clunkily.
Like I like things that are more permanent.
Mhm.
And I mean the Rune Knight isn't all permanent, but you get so many things that you can
Good
use.
stuff.
It doesn't really matter. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna run out of things, but you can really easily expend all your resources in one combat.
This is a feels bad, though, for the fighters as their subclasses. All
Yeah, this
5
is
are just
not
the
looking
bottom
good.
of D tier.
Yeah.
And then you got...
Trudeau.
At least it's ahead of the 2 barbarian classes.
At
Battle
least.
Rager just hurts me in the soul.
Battle
Berserker.
Rager. I can attack
I
again.
like Frenzy as a concept. It's too punishing.
Yeah. Oh boy. Speaking of bad classes, up next we have the monk.
Here we go, boys.
I,
Way of Mercy.
I'm not gonna
Starting
be too good in
strong.
this. I'm not gonna be too
Yeah.
good here. I am very inexperienced with monks.
We-
The only one that I've ever played with was Drunken Master, and it was like a long time ago.
First up, we have the Way of the Astral Self.
I as well, because nobody wants to play monk.
Yeah.
So, Way of the Astral Self, it looks cool. You have 4 arms, but you can't do anything with them.
You've
And
got
you're-
4
You can-
arms.
you
they're
can
just
attack
kinda
longer.
there.
Yeah, but your arms only do psychic damage.
Yeah.
Or is it psychic damage? No, it's force damage. Which means
Force
that
damage
is
it doesn't
nice.
stack with feats, like the bludgeoning feats.
Yeah.
And it's still a monk that's punching
And-
people.
And then it's
And what is it?
Yeah.
It takes up like all of your chi points just to do that transformation to get mediocre damage, to get suboptimal damage. So you expend all your chi just to get suboptimal damage.
Key points.
yeah, fucking chi. Oh, it's Ki, ain't it?
Well, it's one key point to summon the arms.
Oh, it is only one.
Yeah.
So you can summon your arms a whole lot and do nothing with them.
Look at my arms. I have
I
so
saw
many of
some-
them.
I saw someone try to do a grapple build with this monk,
That's funny.
but it didn't work because you're just a monk.
Precisely.
Because it's a monk, but it didn't work. You know, like, okay. So, you know what's bad? I feel like when your class thing can be done better as a fighter.
Exactly.
Like, that's not a good thing.
I'm just letting
Yeah.
Astral Self sit in trash tier right
The
now.
only real special thing that monks give is Stunning Strike and Fury of Blows, which is really just extra attack.
It's not
Yeah.
even that good though. Stunning Strike and
like-
Fury Blows are not good.
Stunning Strike is pretty powerful, being able to stun an enemy for an entire round and then stun lock them over and over again. But you're really just eating up your key points, and
Yeah.
also it's not.
And if you're using Stunning Strike against a boss that's worth stunning, they can usually use a legendary action to just not be stunned.
Like, well, not
Just not
legendary
yourself.
resistance,
Just fuck
but
you.
like when
that's
you
the
when you can
problem.
choose between a class that gives Stunning Strike and being able to nuke God with a Divine Smite, which one are you gonna choose?
Yeah.
Come on.
God damn
So-
it, Kyle. We don't care about paladins.
I care about Paladin.
So,
They're
hold on.
coming up in a minute.
Is the Astral Self, is it better or worse than Battle Rager?
It's
I-
better than Battle Rager. Battle Rager is nothing.
Battle Ragers are like the dwarf only one, right?
Yeah. The one
Yeah.
that
The
gives
one
you
with-
extra attack for levels of exhaustion.
It's the one with spiked armor.
Yes. It's like every
Yeah.
at third
Battle
level.
Rager
you-
is just trash tier. There's no argument about it. Astral Self, I would put it an F. Like,
yeah.
I understand monks aren't great, but there are some. It gives you a lot of options with Astral Self.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a gem. It's a gem. Okay, moving on then to the next
All right. In other news,
class. We got
let's just
Other
pretend we didn't
news.
talk about the astral.
Way of the Drunken Master.
I love it, like flavor wise,
Yeah.
That
And,
is
like,
true.
keeping it as not a pretending to be drunk, but just actually being a drunken idiot and stumbling around is hilarious to me.
Yeah,
But
it's like a monk that got fired.
yeah,
He just took it so hard.
it's just like it's a very fun flavor class, I
So-
feel like. But in actual mechanics wise and usefulness, it's
Kind of dog.
not wonderful. Yeah.
So, does anyone have anything positive to say about this class?
Other than flavor, not really.
But flavor is the
Yeah,
most important
Like
thing.
all of this just sounds like a different class. It's just really rogue and fighter a little bit, and just like not the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not like I mean, yeah, you can role play with it, and that's why I have it in F tier and not trash tier, is because at least you can role play it.
I think that's a little
The flavor
hard.
is so good that I would put it in
Yeah,
D
it
tier.
is. That's a little harsh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're putting all of the monks either at the bottom of D or like
Well,
somewhere in
you
F.
can exchange your chi points for damage or for move speed, which is whatever. You just lack damage, you lack defensive options, and Tipsy Sway is just useless as a class feature.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
Like,
F tier
yeah, the
is
only
generous for the roleplay aspect.
the only
It
really good
really
thing you
is
get.
just a flavor and roleplay class. Like that
Yeah.
really is it. Which I
Yeah.
think F, although I love it with roleplay and love it with flavored, but yeah, I think F's
Yeah,
probably
like the
the
only
most
really good
annoying out
things
of
you
it.
get are Flurry of Blows, Disengage, and the Intoxicated Frenzy, which is at 17th level.
Yeah.
Like at that time, wizards have 9th level spell slots. You can delete an army with 40 d6 of damage, and but wait up, guys, you can attack 6 guys.
But wait up, you're like stumbling around like, hey, what's going?
I have it
Yeah.
below the Berserker in F tier. And
Yeah.
I think it belongs there.
Is Berserker the one that will give you exhaustion
No,
for
that the
using
Battle
its ability?
Rager is. No, the
No,
Battle
that's-
That
Rager.
is the
Berserker.
Berserker. Berserker also does give you. Okay, that's what I thought.
No, but I don't know. We gotta make some clarifications here.
Okay, let's look it up. D&D.
Berserker, I know, has Frenzy, which gives you.
Actually, why don't I just scroll up in my notes? Okay.
And
Berserker,
Rager is just
Mindless
dwarf.
Rage. It gives you resistances to being charmed. Oh yeah, Berserker does actually get exhaustion on extra attack.
Yep.
The trash one is the Path of Battle Rager. Battle Rage armor gives the bonus action. Yeah.
And also spiked armor. 3 piercing damage.
Spiked armor.
Yeah.
Like 14th level and still 3 piercing damage while raging.
So,
Don't worry, guys. I'll stop him. 3 damage. That'll get him. Yeah, it's.
Don't worry, guys. I can tank. Watch this. They
next-
take like 24 damage, but no, the other guy took 3.
But don't worry.
So next up, we have the Way of the Four Elements monk.
This one, I would say is
Trash.
very good compared to the
Compared to
other
the
ones.
list.
You
Yeah.
think it's good?
It's not wonderful, but it's just compared to
So
all the
it
other
Yeah,
lets
ones.
because it's
you-
like spell casting,
Yeah, but
but
it lets you upcast your
but
spells
monk.
with ki. But it's like every time you want to upcast one level, it takes up 1 ki, starting with 2 chi for a first level spell.
It's just kind of like a worse. Because isn't there an elemental sorcerer?
There is.
Yeah, it's just like a worse one of
Sonic
those. It's like,
sorcerer.
Yeah, where
Um.
you can expend your sorcery points to upcast, and you get more sorcery points than chi.
yeah, it's
No, you
just-
don't.
Yeah, you do.
You get the same number, don't you?
Is it the same?
I
have
think it's
no
the
clue.
same. I think it's just your level.
Oh,
It might not be your level with
I
sorcerers.
don't want to look
I don't
it
know.
up. Okay.
And neither do I.
Yeah, and you just
But,
lack
like,
chi as a
Casting
monk.
fireball with 4 levels of monk, you know?
Okay, cool, and you just use up all your chi points to cast fireball.
Yeah, like by the time that you get that at 11th level, that's a solid
Like that's how you get that
third
11th
of your
level.
that's a solid third of your key points.
Yeah, so the upgrades are just underwhelming. You just lack damage against survivability. I have this in trash
Like-
tier.
Like honestly, just play a Blade song, College of Valor, is it?
A
Yeah.
blade song?
The
Oh, Blade
College
Singer
of
Wizard.
Yeah, the Blade Singer Wizard. Or yeah, the
Or
College of Valor.
a Hexblade. Honestly, just don't play this.
Yeah, to just play
Just
anything.
don't.
Is this trash tier though, or is it F tier?
I would say it is the absolute bottom of F tier.
Absolute bottom. Okay.
Because there are some abilities that are new that are pretty good. Not gonna lie.
You sound like very like, yeah, I guess I have to this about it because I'm
The
talking
Fist of
so much
Unbroken
shit
Air.
about it.
I wish that we could
As
get
an
onto better
action,
classes.
you can spend 2 key
Yeah,
points to
I
the
wish
creature.
we weren't still talking about monks.
Monks and
Strength
fighters.
saving throw, and then they take 3d10 bludgeoning damage,
Yeah,
and you
let's
can
meet up with
push
the
them
monks then.
20 feet
Yeah,
away.
let's speed up the monks.
Yeah,
Kenzie.
Let's just put them
Let's just
all
throw
in.
all of the monks in the trash tier. I think that's a good.
Wait, no,
Let's
hold
just
on.
flip a coin on each
Some
of
of
them,
them
put
are
them
F,
in
and
either
a couple
F
of
or
them might be
D.
D.
Hold on. Long
Couple
death.
of them might be D.
Which is long
Actually,
death
no, there's
not
one
on
that's
here?
actually pretty good, which is Mercy.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Mercy is pretty good. Long death. F. I have it
Sure.
for F.
I'll agree with it.
I'm not gonna read all of that.
It's a touch of death.
I've invested the least amount of time into reading the.
Then it has the
subclasses.
mastery of death at level 6, where like you can drop to like 1 hit point instead as an 11th level feature.
Oh yeah.
Hour of
Crazy.
Reaping
Never heard that
is
before.
bad. So yeah, Kenzie. I also have Kenzie in low F.
A lot of low F here.
Base class features are decent-ish. Your weapons are magical your weapons are magical at level 6.
That's
That's
Crazy.
something.
Like, what if you got a magic item?
That's
Dude.
about it. That's about all you can say for them. So it's better than 4 elements, but worse than long death.
It's like, whoa, that's crazy. What if I just had a flame tongue?
Okay, Way of Mercy. This is the one that can heal,
Way of Mercy.
and you
That
can
sh-
remove
that's-
status effects.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a good one.
I'm thinking low C.
Oh, but it's a class that heals. That's basically just a cleric.
It's worse than Spores.
Calvin, we need you to calm down with the whole battle.
I'm gonna need you to.
Okay, so I think it's worse than Spores, but better than Beast
It
Barbarian.
has punches of healing, and
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, that's good enough.
It's like Kristen's rock.
Then we have Way of the Open Hand.
Brad gave one of our players a rock that when you throw it at somebody, it does 1d4 of damage and 1d4 of healing, and you see how it goes.
Yeah.
You're better than most monks by that point.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
Oh, shit.
Open Hand is high F tier. We have a high F tier monk.
Oh, yeah, we
Cut
do.
cheer. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
It's interesting, and that's all I'll say about it.
That's about it.
yeah.
I'm ready for a nap. That's.
Well, how about we finish up the monk and then we'll call it there. But then we do have to get through the rest of the classes next time.
How could you?
Dude, we have 6 more classes. That's like
You knew why I was here,
Yeah. Way of the Shadow.
and you've
No,
done
no,
this
no.
to
I was
me.
kidding. We should do at least one more class after this.
Okay.
Oh,
Way
and you
of
know
the
what class
Shadow.
that is. Okay, Way of the Shadow. Give me a second
is
to
it,
open
Jack?
it and actually read through it, because I read it one time and then I forgot about it.
You read it one time, like, wow, alrighty. Never touched it again.
It's D tier,
Okay.
I think.
When you are in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible.
That's
And then at
that's
6th level, you gain the ability to step from one shadow into another. When you're in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, you can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that you can
Mhm.
see that is also dim or dark.
that's not horrible.
That's not horrible. And then you get advantage on your next melee attack when you do the teleport thing. That's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's cool.
It's still on a monk.
D
I'll
tier.
have
It's
you know.
cool. It's cool, but
D
it's a
tier.
monk.
No. I would say that is bottom of F.
Really?
Not bottom of F.
Really?
Bottom of D.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's better than the Cavalier. Is it better than the Champion? Because I think it's better than the Champion.
It is not better than the champion.
The Champion only crits a little bit.
Champions just raw. I'm gonna look up a thing.
It only crits, but at least it crits. Like, I mean,
Okay. Then it's better than Arcane Archer then. Poor monks.
Yeah, the poor monks, they're just getting shit on.
I mean, there's nothing really good. Like, I read through the monk pages. There is nothing good to offer there.
They're just, yep,
There's nothing.
it's a monk.
And I've always thought about playing a monk. And then I'm like, oh, monks could be cool. And then I started reading on the monks, and they're just not good.
Yeah. God, we're gonna have to go through the wizards. God, it's gonna take a bit.
No, because the wizards aren't next. Next are the paladins.
I would
I
like
know, but still, eventually.
I would like to
God,
bring
there's
up
wizards.
that like the average damage per round with a 20th level champion is like somewhere around 100.
Yeah, but at least being able to teleport between shadows is something you can do out of combat.
That's really flavorful, kind of tasty.
Pretty flavor, pretty
Yeah,
nice. Pretty...
So I think it's above champion.
Flavor Town in that one, it would be good if it was a rogue subclass. And that's all I will say.
Yeah.
If
It's
it
not
was
as good as
rogue,
Wild Soul. It's not as good as the Wild Soul Barbarian.
if it
Wild Soul
wasn't a monk,
Barbarian. It's so lackluster.
It is.
You just okay. What's the next one?
Sun Soul. This is, I think, the worst subclass in the game.
I am unfamiliar.
So
I
I am with all of these subclasses.
It's
for-
class-
yeah, because it's monks.
its class abilities is Radiant Sun Soul. It is so bad, and it basically just repeats other monk features, but only worse than them. Quite literally, it's like a copy and paste. Searing Arc.
It's a
is
normal monk, but worse.
Searing Arc is its next class feature, which is literally a 4 elements monk, but worse. And then at, I think at like level 11, it gains the class feature Searing Sunburst, which is a weaker fireball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, that is just a worse fireball.
at 11th level.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, that's bad.
Sun Soul.
Kind
It
of
is-
sounded like a trash.
It's worse than the Battle Rager. In my book.
Yeah, and then Sunshield, whenever I'm
Worse than the
whenever I'm
Battle
looking at
Rager? Really?
Yes.
Worse than the Battle Rager.
Absolutely.
That is
No,
an achievement.
Battle Rager is another level of bad.
At
I would
least
maybe
does
put it-
something.
I would maybe tie it with that.
No, because at
But
least
I
the
would not-
Battle Rager can rage, and at least it has proficiencies with items. The
I would
Sun Soul
not go
does
as
not.
far as to insult somebody with such bitter remarks that they're worse than a Battle Rager.
I think that this class is.
You may be right. I may be crazy, but ignore that.
Yeah, because
I may be
So,
off my meds.
the
but
Battle
shh.
Rager is at least proficient with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons.
I just made a reference.
So at
I'm
least-
sad.
Yeah, it's a Billy Joel reference.
Thank you, Isaac. Nah.
It's not. That's what you just said. You having fun, Kyle?
High as
Uh,
fuck.
uh,
So, if you're just being a body on the battlefield, at least the Battle Rager does more standing still than the Sun Soul Sorcerer.
At least they could do that whole 3 damage.
Yeah,
when-
at least they have medium armor and martial weapons. So,
When the Lich doesn't
That's-
even care about them and cast Power Word Kill it instead.
now, we don't have a token for the next one, but Way of the Ascended Dragon. What are people's thoughts on it?
They're
S tier.
no
it up.
what?
It's a monk.
Give me a second.
I think
It's a monk,
it
so
is
it's
the
already
best.
flawed.
I'm-
It is the best monk.
I,
It is the best monk.
I think it's
Absolutely.
better than College of Swords. I think that this is the top of B or C tier. because you can choose damage variants for 1 chi point. You get the Draconic Discipline is really solid. Breath of the Dragon actually gives you some real damage other than just punching things. You get limited flight. Aspect of the Worm gives you some nice defensive options, which really solves for one of the monk's key like weaknesses of just being paper. And it's like it's at least a functional monk that's had its issues covered.
Like this is what happens when like you give a monk an actual subclass. Like I feel like this is a lot of compensation.
Yeah.
Fizban's Treasury of Dragons was, I loved it.
Yeah.
It added a lot of good things.
Absolute poggers, like monk only magic item, monk subclass.
The fucking the golden canary of wondrous power.
That's
Beautiful.
funny. That's so
Beautiful piece of just
Golden
modern
ancient
art.
dragon for like a day. That's funny.
That shit's
So-
hilarious.
I think that this is the top of C tier, above the bar, the
I would agree.
Yeah.
the damage
Solid one.
variance is really solid. Being able to send a chi point and pick a damage type means that you're never going to be like in a typical monk situation where it's like I'm limited to bludgeoning damage.
Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This almost makes me think of monk as a viable class.
But only this
Like,
subclass.
it's a class.
Almost.
It is a class.
Like, at this point, you're like not even close to what a bard can do.
That is fair.
But we don't
is
talk
fair.
about that.
We don't
Bards
talk about
bards
that.
are their own thing. We don't. You can't.
Bards, yeah. To quote Jay from earlier in the day, this may have been Calvin as well. Basically, they wanted to make a class that was all about being charismatic, and then they said, "What if they could do everything else?"
But what if they could do?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was
You want
Calvin.
to tribute Jay to my jokes?
I
Don't.
Moving
Yeah.
The thing that
on.
we always say about Dungeons and Dragons classes is that they make specialists and they make generalists, but then they mix them up by accident. So all the classes that you think would be generalists are really specialists, and all the
Yeah.
specialist classes are really generalist,
Yeah.
and it bothers me.
Are we
Well-
finally moving from the D tier
Yeah,
class into
yes,
the S
well,
tier class?
Yeah, yeah. So my
We're
first
finally
character
moving on in the
ever
world.
was a paladin, and paladins hold a special spot in my heart. They
Paladins-
just hit hard. They cast spells. They tank damage. They do everything.
Paladins, they just hold my heart.
I honestly have never played a paladin before.
I am disgusted by your presence.
You should at some point you should at least try a conquest paladin.
No, don't
I've
play a
made
conquest
paladins,
paladin.
but I've never played one yet.
Don't play a conquest paladin. Play a vengeance paladin. That's stupid as hell, and put that in S tier.
I think conquest
You
is
just-
better than
We're skipping
I
the
like
alphabet. Put that
conquest.
in S tier.
okay.
I like conquest.
Starting off.
I
we
like,
have
especially the idea for them, like the whole tattooing their oath on their body. That's cool.
we
like-
have the ancients to start
The
off. Oath of the ancients.
We've got the Druid.
Ancients are
paladin,
literally just the it ain't
the
people
nature
ain't what they
subclass.
like. People ain't what they used to be like. Like it's back in the good old days. That's what the
Like-
ancients are.
I'm not gonna lie. I like all of the 20th level paladin abilities,
Mhm.
but I feel like nobody gets to level 20, and at that point you're just messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting to level 20 naturally through game progression is
Not gonna happen.
uncommon to say the least.
Like if this were like maybe if the abilities granted with the 20th level abilities were just divided amongst the subclass, it would be, for lack of better words, a rockin' babe.
So,
rockin'.
with the Oath of Ancients, it's a paladin with a really good spell list. And I think that's all about that
Yeah.
the Ancients brings to the table.
It's not a great. I wouldn't say it's a great spell list.
It's pretty good.
Like, no. Like
No.
Misty Step is also it's a spell that you get from other things. Plant Growth is just funny.
Misty Step is really good.
The
Well, yeah,
ancients
but
get
you get that with
get
Vengeance
plant
and maybe
growth?
Conquest. I don't really know.
Let's look.
You
At
don't get it with conquest.
But I know you get it with Vengeance, and Vengeance is just better because you also get haste, and you can't
So
argue with me on that.
Moonbeam is okay. Protection from energy is okay. Ice Storm and Stone Skin are pretty nice. So they
Yeah.
got a decent spell list.
It's certainly not the best.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst.
It's
We
not the.
We
It's a
can shit
paladin
on the
spell.
Oath of the Crown later.
I'm thinking it's.
Oath of the
right-
Crown is for fucking pussies.
I think it's below Spores. Or no, actually, it's above Spores, but below Ancestral Guardian. Oh no, maybe not. Is it better than Cyanites? It probably is.
I just like Paladins. Paladins are just
Where-
well-rounded.
Yeah. Where in C do you think that we should put this?
They're like the clerics of the martial classes, because they're basically just half clerics.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I don't know. Where?
I don't know either. I wouldn't put it above Grave. We're talking Channel Divinity here. I
Yeah.
might put it above Grave, actually.
Actually, fuck you.
We'll put it below. How about below Land, but above Cyanite?
Yeah, because I'm saying that's probably not going to go above Tempest.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we come with probably, I don't know, in my opinion at least, the strongest of the
I'm gonna
Oath of
hurt you.
Conquest. It has a really good spell list, has a good channel divinity. The Aura of Conquest is really good, and it synergizes with the Fear. So
Yeah, I love the fact that something I discovered was if you just like push somebody on the ground and fear them, they can't stand up.
yeah, because Oath of Conquest. Oath of Conquest.
That's funny.
Literal dummy mommy.
Because Oath of Conquest, they have like the AoE fear, and then they can just with their aura be like, no,
Yeah,
you are not
Oath
moving.
of Conquest, AoE Fear, Guided Strike.
Yeah,
It's either phased out at later levels or it becomes really important at later levels, and I can't decide because
on top of that, they have a
know.
really good spell list.
yeah.
So I'm thinking that this is higher B.
Yeah, this is a high boy.
Because
Wait till we get
yeah,
to Oath of Vengeance.
so their spell list: Armor of Agathist, Command, Hold Person,
Armor of Agathis. Nice.
Spiritual
Armor of
Weapon, Dominate
Agathis.
Beast, Stone Skin, Dominate Person, Fear, Bestow Curse. So they have a really that's their entire spell list right there. So
Fear synergizes. I mean, it obviously synergizes with the whole
yeah,
Aura of Conquest.
The whole dummy mommy thing.
that thing.
they
And
also
then
do psychic damage with their
Command.
aura.
It's a paladin spell already. I love that spell. Armor of Agathist, or Armor of Agathis, also great.
Yeah,
A big, like a noticeable problem with this spell list is that you're gonna have to choose whether you
yes.
want to cast a spell or Divine Smite.
Yeah, that is true. So I'm thinking, I think it's above Rune Knight. I think.
Yeah,
I
above
think,
Rune Knight.
Is it better than a War Cleric and a Glamour Bard? It's probably better than Artillerist.
Yeah, it's better than Artillerist.
So is it better than a Life Cleric then?
Cleric of all clerics.
I
The one who
don't
ruled them
think
all.
so.
I think it's really close.
Yeah.
It's situational, I think. If
Yeah,
it was
true.
possible, they'd be like equal, I feel
True,
like.
because clerics are very general, while paladins tend to be more restrictive in situational combat. And I think that's one reason why Oath of Conquest is so good, because it's the least situational of all the paladins.
Yeah.
Next we got the little baby boy, little bitch.
What?
I hate this guy. It's true. I hate him. I want to.
Moving
Step.
on. Moving on, we got Oath of the Crown.
I hate him. I just don't like it.
Uh,
They're pussies.
D
It's
tier.
so stupid.
D tier.
It's like the problem is it's not like if you play Oath of the Crown, you're doomed to do terrible
Because you're a
with
paladin.
Paladin. It's just Paladin again, and the abilities overlap, and they don't make you better.
Yeah.
It's Paladin squared.
It's
The
like
channel divinity is shit, and the class features
literally
are
the
underwhelming.
20th level ability is it's not even as good as Rage.
Yeah.
It's you get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical.
Um.
That's just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like advantage on saving throws against paralyzed or stunned. That's situational as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
I'd
it's
prefer
very
frightened or
situational.
charmed, but I think you already get one of those from. Well, you already get one of those from Paladin.
I'm thinking it's below nature cleric, but above wild soul.
Like this
Barbarian.
is just a subclass trying to be another subclass and failing so miserably.
Yeah.
Like if you're considering playing Oath of the Crown, then
Don't.
just play Oath of Redemption. Or play Oath of Conquest.
Yeah.
Or actually no, not Oath of Redemption. Play Oath of Redemption or Oath of Glory.
Mm-hmm.
That is just this subclass but better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's like maybe one spell that you get that isn't already Paladin spell.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even none. I don't know about Guardian of Faith though.
Guardian of Faith is a cleric spell.
Okay, yeah, so there's a single spell that you get.
Is there any contention with me putting
Maybe
it between
Spirit
the
Guardians.
Wild Soul Barbarian and a Nature Cleric
Okay, so 2 spells that you get.
in D tier? So this would be like
I
mid D.
would put it like considering I would uh
Because the Wild
I
Soul
would put it
Barbarian
bottom
doesn't
of
do
F.
anything.
I would put it bottom of F.
Really?
Cause like
Brad,
it
what are
is
your thoughts?
I
like I'm saying that it's terrible in comparison to the other subclasses of Paladin.
Yeah.
But
Is
there are
it
still
Yeah.
worse than
abilities that are
Samurai, Purple Dragon Knight, and the Cavalier?
no, it is most certainly better than others, but
okay.
compared to the rest of the paladins,
It is
it's
down
like
there.
you're choosing much worse options.
Like you've chosen to be bad and we're gonna make fun of you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've chosen a blatantly wrong option.
Yeah.
I think their story idea kind of makes sense, like a lore thing would
Mhm.
make sense. Or
Like,
But-
who says you can't play an Oath of the Conquest as you were hired by a king?
yeah,
Like you could just flavor other things to be you were hired by some king or you were part of an army.
yeah.
I should
So it's suboptimal in every possible way.
like
I have it as the highest ranked martial class, though, in suboptimal.
yeah, like I like this subclass because it's a case where Wizards of the Coast was like,
Oh,
Oh,
wait, never mind. Is
that
it better than
shit.
Storm Herald? Than the Storm
let's
Herald
change
Barbarian?
that to make it better. That's funny to me.
Is it better than Storm Herald Barbarian?
Don't know. I would say no.
Okay. So we'll keep it right there, right above Wild Soul. And I think right there's a solid spot for that. Moving on, we have Oath of Devotion. I think
Oath of
Sanctuary, the spell Sanctuary, is the only spell that really
Sanctuary is a
redeems
nice spell.
their spell list. The Channel Divinity is solid.
Dispel magic.
Oh yeah, that too. The Channel
And
Divinity is
Flame
really
Strike.
good if you're going like super aggressive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, their aura is very limited to only charm, though. Which
I
Hmm.
like. Well. Paladins naturally. I forget what at what level. Paladins get an aura that prevents frightening. Is what I've
okay.
researched here. So if you can prevent both of those conditions to all of your team, or to all of your party. Well, I know not
I've never
not all of your party,
been
but
charmed or
all of
feared,
the
though.
frontliners.
I have never been charmed or feared, though, in a campaign.
That is
Really?
an issue. What level do you play to?
I've played in most campaigns have ended around 6 or 7. I've been in 2 or 3 campaigns though that made it all the way up to level 13, and I've played in 1 level 17 campaign.
How have you not been charmed or frightened?
Frighten for me, I feel like, especially as I DM a lot, I like giving frighten
Mhm.
as a condition.
Yeah,
But I don't do
Charm.
charm as much. Charm's a little bit more out there. I have before. It was not with
So
Kyle. It wasn't with your group. I don't
also,
think
I'm
I'm a
anyone's been charmed in
bard.
that.
I'm generally like a bard or a warlock player. So I'm in the back
Yeah.
casting spells often. I played a sorcerer too. I played a little bit of sorcerer too.
And then you've also got you've got
Yeah, I love playing charisma based characters. And so I've never really been in a situation where I was ever the one being feared. All the times I played a campaign though where I was either a paladin or a like rogue, it was always the campaign ended around like levels 5 to 7 though.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So that might be why. So
like really the best point of play in D&D is like levels 5 to 10.
Yeah.
that's when
Where
people's
your
builds
characters
they really start coming
There's-
online.
they start to get distinguished, but they're also not game breaking.
Well, I mean, lore bards, moon druids, twilight
We
clerics,
we
break-
don't
Moon
talk.
druids. Oh, love moon druids
My
so
love.
much.
So I'm thinking this is like a high C class.
Low C,
Low C.
sorry, low key. I agree.
Low C, I agree. That was stupid.
It
I'm
was,
thinking-
and that's why I
Low-
made it.
I'm thinking below knowledge cleric, but above wildfire druid.
I'd probably agree with that.
I'm thinking
Nice.
that's a nice little spot for them.
This is looking like a very colorful list at this point.
Yeah.
I'm liking how clerics are
Oh, I didn't know
everywhere.
we were doing the pride flag one already.
Oath of Glory.
New pride flag dropped.
Oath of Glory, not great,
Oath
but
of Glory.
better than a lot of things
It's got an
in the
okay
game.
spell list. Inspiring Smite is decent looking at it. Aura Alacrity is nice.
I played in like kind of a 2 or 3 shot with an Oath of Glory, and I think this really works well when you pair with an ally.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
was
when
that
you
what?
make a really defensive team. That was Oswald.
Oswald.
Mhm.
All right.
Because
He was
the
a
aura,
butler.
the move speed aura is very small around you.
Oswald was a robo butler, and I loved him with all of my heart.
I'm thinking
That was whenever I had fucking Gimli
Yeah.
instead of Gimli.
I'm
he was
thinking
Gimli.
C tier. Lower C.
Yeah. I think it's better than Oath of Ancients.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Is it better than Tempest Cleric?
Uh.
I
mm,
Here's where we get thinking.
I think yes.
Okay, is it better than Wildfire Druid then? Because now we're pushing Oath of Devotion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe between Wildfire. No, I think it's between Land Druid and Tempest. Not quite pushing Wildfire Druid though.
Maybe
So it's a little bit above Ancients.
Yeah.
it is above Ancients. I can say that
Calvin.
much.
Because yeah, the Smite is much better for Glory than Ancients.
Calvin dead.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not dead. I'm
Shit.
just listening.
What's your opinion? You haven't shared an opinion in the past, like.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about paladins because I think I like paladins, but only because of their AC.
Mm.
That's
enough.
that's very true.
Numbers.
I don't like getting hit. Yeah.
Yeah, paladins, as
I like
Bradley
hearing my
can
DM say, "Oh,
confirm.
that's a high roll," and then me telling him my AC, and he goes, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah, Bradley,
That's probably gonna hit. What's your AC? Oh, never mind. No, it doesn't.
It's
as Brad
27.
can
Oh.
confirm, paladins are good at hitting, and they're good at also not getting hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paladins are like
they-
the 1v5 class
Like paladins are fighters
on
in a
steroids.
different. They have like a similar DPS to fighters, but not really, because
Not
like
really.
fighters attack a lot. However, paladins don't attack a lot, but when they do hit, oh boy.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh
Yeah.
boy, do
Paladins
they
are
hit
bursty.
hard.
Paladins are very bursty.
When
While
you multi-class that,
Paladins have like a lot of burst
Both
damage. But there's
paladin
different
and fighter. That
smites and
shit's scary.
spells.
I don't want to hear about that.
paladin champion fighter, that's disgusting. Because crit damage applies to smites, I don't like that.
It applies to smite.
It's, yeah.
Hold on.
It does.
Why would you do that when you could go into 1-level Hexblade and you
That's
could get
also
the
very
increase...
true.
You could get the better crit.
The quote-unquote witch knights kind of poggers.
Which nice.
Because you get that credibility from 1-level Hexblade.
Yeah, Hexblade paladins, they make my day.
And Hexblades, oh my god, they're broken. But
Yeah,
Um,
so
Yeah, hex blades are Jesus fuck. Hex blades are scary, man.
yeah,
yeah, like if there's any like Hexblades are cracked at what they do, and if there's anything to multi-class that into, it's gonna be paladin. Whether it's vengeance, conquest, or some other stupid thing that you've chosen because you're an idiot.
Or something else. Fuck.
I've gone pure Hexblade and it's pretty good.
Or you could play an Oathbreaker. Oathbreakers are interesting, although
Yeah.
they're like
Moving on to Oathbreaker. It's still a
they're
paladin,
flavorful.
yeah, but it's all flavor and it's pretty bad.
I would disagree. As
I
am
would disagree.
playing
Yeah,
an
he's
Oathbreaker.
playing one right now. It makes me pull my damn fucking hair out. Anytime that they're going against undead, it's
Oh,
like,
well, yeah.
my undead now. Which is
Yeah,
what
like
we were talking about
okay.
earlier,
Their
where a
channel
lot of
divinity.
campaigns have undead.
So it's like
the channel
the channel
divinity.
divinity could completely
Oh,
whiff
boy.
and be useless, or it's god tier.
Yeah.
The
And also
Aura
just
of
having the
Hate
same
is
the same thing
situational.
as a conquest. Well, the aura of hate.
It's
That's
situational.
That's really which that's the thing that makes this not great.
And well, the
because-
spell list too. The spell list is very lackluster.
The spell list is okay. Crown of Madness D tier.
The spell list.
I
Are you talking about the spell list? It's got smite on
I-
it. What are the spells you need?
You got a point.
you know,
Yeah, Animate Dead is interesting,
Yeah.
although bad. Contagion. We don't talk about Contagion.
Yeah, we don't talk
Flash
about
rot.
contagion here.
I
Yeah, we
think
don't-
I think it's down with Ancestral Guardian in C tier.
I would say it is a solid, chunky class. Like,
So it's
literally-
it's a worse Grave Cleric.
I'm just
I'd
going
agree with
back
that.
to how
I'd agree with that. Worst Grave Cleric.
I'm going back to how trash the Crown Paladin is. At 15th level, you get their 20th level ability indefinitely. At 20th level, they get that, but only for an hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I think Oathbreaker, it's better than Ancestral Guardian, but it's a little bit worse than Grave Clerics. Because a Grave
Paladins are
Cleric is
just
still
fun.
Grave Cleric that does spell casting full time.
Yeah, Control Undead. That's broken in some situations. However, the higher
It's so
challenge
hit or
rating you
miss.
go, the better they are with saving.
Because the problem is, it's hit or miss. Like, this is. Imagine if this was like the Cleric's ability, like their core ability, just off or on. It's so situational, it's hard to justify this class
Yeah,
is
that's
good.
that's a lot of paladins where it's like if you're around undead, then you're smiting the
Oh, yeah, then
heretics.
you're
If
godly.
you're not, then
'Cause, like,
you're
lay on
just
hands. If you use
still
lay
a
on
great
hands,
class.
you could pretty much just insta kill an undead with lay on hands.
You can.
I
What?
think so.
Hold up. What? Hold up.
Because doesn't Leon? I believe Lay on Hands does like double its healing damage to undead.
Double it. Wait, what? I'm so confused at
I
this
might
point.
be correct here, and I might be lying
Yo, what
to
the
you.
fuck are you
No,
talking
it
about?
has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oh, then what's the paladin ability that does?
Divine Smite just adds a D8.
Oh, then I'm thinking something else.
What the fuck are you on
Hey,
about?
what are you? Where are you getting this
I don't
information
know.
from?
It's been
I don't know
several years
either,
since I
homie.
last played a paladin, though. So
It's been a long day, man.
this has been a long day. Let's just get through.
Yeah,
We have
Aura
two
of
more.
Aura of Courage. Allies within 10 feet can't get frightened.
Still recovering from
And
Thanksgiving.
also, Paladins. I'm just gonna go on a rant here. Excuse my ranting. Aura of Protection. That is absolute S tier feature.
Is
Bonus to
Vengeance
all.
not on here? Is
That's-
Vengeance not on this site?
Oh, bonus to all saves.
That is like in the campaign that Brad and I were playing, I leveled up and I was like, wait, homie, why do I have a +9 to charisma saves? I'm like level 6.
Yeah, I don't see.
What was the? There was some time that you like wanted to fail on a save, or like you wanted somebody near you to fail on a save, but didn't. Do you remember?
Can we
Did
get
that
through-
happen?
Can we get through the
you
last
remember
little
that?
Oh,
bit?
I feel like I'm sorry, I just love this class.
I know, but we're pushing for time.
Oath of Vengeance, seeing as it's apparently theoretical to this website, put that in S tier.
Oath of Redemption is next.
Oath of Redemption.
Redemption.
This is the flavor town of Paladin.
That is a.
Yes.
You're right.
Sanctuary, Sleep, Calm Emotions, Hold Person, Counterspell, Hypnotic Pattern,
Really solid spell
Autoluke's
list.
Resilient Spear, Stone Skin, Hold Monster, Wall of Force. One spell, Autoluke's Resilient Spear, is only like okay.
Yeah, the Channel Divinity is nice, and it's very strong in specific circumstances, though.
And
20th
as you said,
level ability,
it's a good flavor class.
Yeah.
20th level ability, I would kill for that to be at lower level, because that is just tasty.
Oath of Redemption. I'm thinking. Is it even with Devotion Paladin?
Devotion. Let me take a quick lookio back at that one.
It's above Wildfire, but below Knowledge Cleric.
I would say
I love that. It feels like paladins are almost like the polar opposite
Of
to
Warriors.
monks.
Oh.
With how we're having them up on the tier list.
they're just good. I like them.
They're like C tier because they're situational.
Yeah.
like
They're
pushing high C.
situational, but I love their situations.
Yeah, their situation is combat extraordinaire.
Have you ever wanted a guy who can just smite heretics
Yes.
all day long?
I am upset that there is no Vengeance Paladin on this.
Yeah, so am I. That's the best subclass. I'm mad now. Is there Oath of the Watchers?
There is. Oath of Watchers is next. So
Okay, I'm just gonna say this because
they're pretty good.
I want to. Oath of Vengeance, Vow of Enmity is True Strike but better.
It is.
Abjure Enemy.
True Strike, but better. True Strike's
Okay.
a spell that's like a. It's just you get advantage on your next hit, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
Vow of Enmity.
Something being
is-
better than
get
that isn't much saying much, because
I know.
that's such a waste.
It's what True Strike should be, because
Yeah.
it's a bonus action, and then for 1 minute you get advantage on like all of the attacks.
Vengeance
Yeah.
Paladins,
Yeah.
I would say, are up. They're right underneath Conquest. Yeah, I would say that they're really right next to Conquest.
The Oath of the Watchers.
Yeah, Oath of the Watchers. I think it's right below Creation, right above Battlemaster. Is it better than
Hold on,
Battlemaster?
let me take a look at this. I just love the 20th level ability because I find that funny.
I think
This
it's better than
I've
Battlemaster.
said that a lot.
I would agree.
Is it better than
Yeah.
College of Creation?
I
I don't think
Uh,
it's better than Creation or Totem Warrior
I agree. I don't think it is.
or Rune Knight.
Yeah, Oath of the Watchers, good subclass. Okay.
Solid.
Okay,
And
moving
then
on.
Vengeance.
We ended it there.
Vengeance, I'm saying, is in between Conquest and Artillerist.
I would argue that no, you stupid.
I
You
think
stupid.
I would
I think-
argue
so. No,
that
I think
whore.
Conquest is slightly better than Vengeance. Both are very good. Conquest is the slightly less specialized or circumstantial.
No. Conquest is not.
I've
Okay.
played both a Conquest and a Vengeance Paladin.
I bring up funny. With Fine Steed, you can Misty Step with a horse.
What?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You also get haste.
I don't like that.
You also get the haste spell, which is just more smite.
Smite again.
20th level, you get solid fly speed. That's not really important,
I
though.
don't think that Relentless Avenger is better than the Aura of Devotion. Or not Orange. Not I mean Aura of Conquest. Don't think that is better.
Yeah, but a lot of things have like immunity to being frightened.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a lot about bullying commoners.
It gives only I think 10 feet of mobility. It's not as good as the auras. I don't think like the 10...
Vengeance is just better. Well, no, Conquest is you're going to kill somebody so fast.
Yes.
Not actually, not so fast,
So
but
hard.
you're really good at hitting hard.
You
and
just go in
smiting.
and you just fuck up everything in the battlefield.
But like,
I'm going
getting-
to CC and lock down this area, and nothing is going to move or live.
getting Bane as well as Haste and Misty Step. I know Conquest it gets Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. That was a different one. I'll rest my case there. It's either tied or above Conquest.
It's not as good
Not
as
below.
Life. It's not as good as Life Cleric, though.
I'm gonna end this debate with saying that the Oath of Vengeance isn't even on the tier list, so
It's not for some reason, which is dumb.
that bothers me because it's my favorite one.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see what I can do about that
Okay.
in between the next video. But we're gonna.
Well, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of time.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's gonna be like 3 days.
It's gonna take a minute to do this last jump with just how stupid wizard subclasses are
Oh, we got. Let's see.
and how many of them there are.
How many more classes do we have?
We got the rogue. We got the ranger,
4.
the warlock, the sorcerer, and the wizard.
Ranger, we can just speed run real quick. All their subclasses are great. The class is not good.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but we're gonna end it there. This was fun and good to have you
Alright.
all on, and we're getting pretty
This
tired.
was fun.
So.
Calvin just disappeared at the end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
I don't
Gabe,
know.
Gabe
disappeared.
also.
Yeah.
Gabe
Yeah,
actually
Gabe was just
disappeared.
gone.
Yeah.
Well, Gabe said he was leaving.
I
Oh.
don't know why though.
We'll see you all next time.
Rock.
And
All right.
peace.
I hate every
Yeah,
single
Peace
one
out.
of you.
Read your Bible.
Fun.
Peace out.
Peace.
Read your Bible. Don't forget
Don't
that ever.
Forget the Bible.